loved one. What if I told you that you had healing powers with your hands? Yes, it's true. We all have it. Ancient civilizations around the world will refer to it as laying on of hands. And you might have, I know in the black church, that is something that, I was brought up knowing about. And it is something that across around the world, a lot of civilizations, a lot of cultures are familiar with the laying on of hands. And so, what does that mean? We have energy. We are all energy. Everything is energy, okay? And we also have the power of thought, our intention. And understand this can only be used for good only. That's the only way it's going to work. And I think it's important for people who are in the healing arts, or like in the healing industries, like nurses, doctors, nurse aides, anywhere where you are, where you have to actually help, physically help other people who are ill. You want to always go into that space in a spirit of healing. Sometimes it may feel like you just, there's nothing that you can do, but it is. Even if you're not the doctor or the nurse or the one who's administering or prescribing medication, you can always walk in a spirit of healing at all times. Just set the intention, and there it is. Now, we receive and emit energy through our head, our hands, and our feet. And right now, I want to discuss the hands. You ever wonder why you have all of these things on your hands? So, you get, like, if you look at your fingerprints, there's a lot of energy that comes out of your fingerprints and even your palms. If you were to, these are your tools, if you were to just rub them together like this, and a lot of people know this, if you like in the martial arts and things like that, and just to get, or you can do this, and you'll start feeling energy, okay? Just like you're like pressing against a ball. It doesn't matter how big, your ball is. You might be able to get it this big or that big. Even if it's this big, it doesn't matter. It's not better than the other. It's not worse than the other. It's all the same. But you can feel this electromagnetic energy in your hands. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so when you go in to help someone, you just make up your mind that you are here to help them in some way, and may they receive the healing that you have in the most perfect way, if it is for their highest good. Okay, and when you are in that spirit of healing, you receive healing as well. Now, if you have not watched my previous video about protecting your energy, or the permission roses, as I like to call it, then you want to go ahead and watch that first, okay? Before you decide to like really turn on your healing powers. That's what I'm calling it. They are superpowers. And just, you can, when you're doing this, whenever you go to touch, like this is the giving hand. My right hand is the giving hand. And typically the right hand is the giving and the left is the receiving. So whatever you do with this hand is giving, and this is the receiving. Now, granted, you can give with both hands, but this is the primary. Now, tune in with yourself, because this is not necessarily like a hard, hard rule, a hard, fast rule. But tune in with yourself. If you intuitively feel like the left hand is your giving hand, then that is true for you. Okay, but for me, my giving hand is the right hand. I pick and choose the crystals that I wear on this hand based on what kind of medicine that I'm reading into, that people may need for the day, even if I'm just walking past, or a specific person. So if I know I'm gonna be touching them, then I'll wear certain types of crystals on this hand and bracelets and things like that. But that's another video for another day. But just know, just go in and understand that you want to infuse love and light and joy, and always walk in that spirit and know that you have the power to do that. We all do. Okay, so I hope that has helped you, and you can also do this for yourself. If you want to, like, if you feeling like a pain in your shoulder or something, if the pain is on your right side or your right knee, then do this for yourself. You just rub them together, you feel that energy, and then just lay your hands on the pain. And then just breathe love into it. Just breathe love into it and focus less on the pain and focus more on the love that you're bringing and breathing into it. And then know that the other side is not in any pain. So you would focus that energy on the side also that is not in any pain. So that then, because pain is just blocked energy. Okay. So just kind of focus in on the side that feels good and start to try to move that energy from one side to the next. I have to say, the sooner you get on it, the better. The longer you allow something to linger, the longer it's going to take you to get through it. That's just what, in my experience. Now, it might be different for you, it might be different for other people, but in my experience, the sooner you nip something in the bud, the sooner you can move right along. Until the next video, live simply and be kind.